up, people? Got up early again today. So I decided that it's only best, as I'm up this early, to watch Raw and do as quick as possible Raw review for July 8th, 2013. I'll just let you know how this Raw was. It was alright. It was okay, nothing special. Very middle of the road go home show before Money in the Bank. So I'll basically explain what happened. So to kick off the show, Vicky and Brad Maddox are in the ring. Vicky's on the ladder, basically making a last-ditch appeal for everything she's tried to do in terms of her job role. I haven't found Vicky too annoying in her recent run as Raw GM. I actually thought she did a good job. I mean, obviously, I don't know, maybe she was to take a break. I haven't read anything in regards to Vicky, so I don't know, maybe she wants to take a bit of a break from everything. I suspect this is why they decided to write her off the show. So yeah, basically this was just a last ditch appeal for the job evaluation, which was to come, I think, on the second hour of the show. I think that happened. So yeah. Anyway, as a result, she ended up setting up a bunch of matches. Basically, all the Money in the Bank participants were going to be in the match. We're going to be in the match on Raw. So that will play out during the night. First match was sorry, something on TV that I want to watch after I've done this. So yeah, the first match was Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan. Good match. I don't normally think these two have good chemistry, but they produced a good match. Sheamus actually lost. My jaw dropped. I was like, what? Like, he lost clean as well. I was like, I can't think of the last time Sheamus lost a match. Never mind, lost a match clean. But yeah, Daniel Bryan countered something, and I think he rolled him up. 1, 2, 3, got the job done. They shook hands in the ring, and that was that. I was flabbergasted, I'm not gonna lie. Then Big E, AJ, and Ziggler basically had a conversation, and Ziggler was like, hold on, so what? You're not escorting me to matches anymore. Like, what is this bullshit? They embrace. I'm not sure what they're doing with it. I think they're kind of playing it by ear with Ziggler, to kind of keep it between them until they work out how to get the best reaction for him. Because what is apparent, which is what I've always said about Ziggler, I like him. I'm not 100% sold on him the way some of the internet are, but I do like him. He's a very good worker, he sells very well. But if there's one thing I've noticed about him, unless he has an AJ or a Hickey by him, he doesn't really get that much of a reaction. I do think that long term, a babyface is where he should go. But I don't have any confidence in WWE being able to build him into a babyface because they don't know how. And that's, I think, the problem that... Oh, my alarm's going off. That's the problem that I think in the long term that the WWE are going to have with it. They don't know how to build a babyface. So they're kind of sitting on the fence with him at the moment. So they kissed AJ off, okay. But then at the same time, you could maybe argue that is more natural. That is, you don't want to turn someone babyface too quickly and then people call bullshit on it. So I suspect the way that will play out, and I'll do a Money in the Bank preview, and I'll do a review because it's free for us in the UK. So I'll be watching it. But the way I think that will later on play out is that AJ will somehow cross Ziggler that match. Maybe involving Big E. So yeah, it was interesting. Let's see the way that plays out. I'm not reading too much into it, but let's see the way that plays out. Then Shield and Tumble Funk match happened. They kind of stepped off the gas with Shield. It's like they can't concentrate on two factions. I think all their energy is into the Wyatt family at the moment, and that's a shame with Shield because I like the Shield. I don't think they should get lost in the shuffle because they're focusing on the Wyatt family. But yeah, the Shield won. Next. What you got throughout the night was constant vignettes and videos regarding a reporter that was looking for, a WWE reporter that was looking for the Wyatt family, going to their like hometown and trying to find them and stuff. So that was some good stuff. Those vignettes were quite good. They're really putting a lot of energy into it. Then Cena comes out. I hate when Cena cuts a promo because I'm going to do a video about this later on in the week. Like, what is happening to Cena's promo skills? It's like, I honestly believe they're scripted. And I will explain that in that video. You know, people say, oh, he writes his own shit. I think they're scripted. 100% scripted. Maybe he writes them with somebody else, but they're 100% scripted. I don't think there's any improv. And I'll explain that later on this week why I think that's the case. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, just a fumbling promo. I find it difficult to listen to promos these days. And then also, interesting enough, when he comes out, there's a girl that actually, in a purple top, that actually put her thumb down to him. And I thought, wow, if you're losing the female audience, how long is it going to be before you lose the kids? Like, people are getting that fed up with John Cena, apparently. So yeah, I've never seen a girl do it before, so that was interesting. Girl in a purple top, front row. If you rewatch Raw, you'll catch it. So yeah, Cena and Henry were just fumbling their way through a promo. I think he kind of ruined, because Henry's quite a good promo cutter, but they were kind of going back and forth, interrupting each other and shit. It just looked a bit clumsy. And then essentially Henry punked him out, gave him a World's Strongest Slam. That was all she wrote. Held the title. I wish Henry would win that title. I just don't see it happening. And the reason I say I wish is because they make such a good deal of saying that if Henry loses, he'll never be remembered. 17 years is basically a waste of time, and obviously I don't want anyone to actually consider that his 17 years to be a waste of time. So I'm hoping that Henry can get the job done. I just don't see it happening. Particularly because he's constantly had the upper hand over John Cena throughout the last few weeks. I just don't see him beating Cena here at all. So yeah, it was what it was. And Orton cut a weird backstage interview. Like, I say weird in the sense that he's supposed to be a face, but he basically said, if John Cena manages to get past Henry and I win Money in the Bank, I'm cashing it out on his ass whether he's ready or not. So I thought, isn't that something that heel usually does? I was like, alright. And then, it just seemed a bit heelish. So then Y2J and Curtis Axel had a match. Here's me all getting set, waiting for Y2J to put over another young guy, and he actually won. I was quite happy about that. That was a surprising. There's a lot of surprising victories throughout tonight's show. This was another one. He actually won. Like, no bullshit. I mean, he had a little confrontation with Miz, came back into the ring, received the code breaker, 1, 2, 3. That was that. So yeah, delivers Curtis Axel's first loss under Paul Heyman. Yeah, and then an interesting little clusterfuck backstage with Team Rose Scholars and Cesaro, Coulter, and Swagger, basically saying that one of them is going to be the ones that are going to win the World Championship Money in the Bank, the heel Money in the Bank, as I'm going to call it, as we have a babyface one. And yeah, Rose Scholars obviously showing a little tension among the two of them. For me, the way they're kind of building it up, they're kind of pointing in the direction that either Barrett or Damien Sandow is going to win. One of those two. But Van Dagger came out, he got knocked the fuck out by Barrett. But yeah, it was alright. It was what it was. Showed tension between the participants. I guess we will get something else on SmackDown. I won't be watching SmackDown, so it will be what it will be. Yeah, and then Alberto Del Rio versus Sin Cara. Basically, Ziggler comes out. They are burying fucking Sin Cara. I think they're literally waiting to run down Sin Cara's contract. Because literally no one gave a shit. The Ziggler came out I don't even think it was halfway through. I think it was like a minute or so into the match. Basically started talking shit, essentially saying that he's going to lose on Sunday. They got into a brawl. I don't even really know what happened to the match. I guess it got thrown out, waved off. You guys know what happened? Let me know. Then job evaluation time happened. Sorry, I know this is running on a little bit, so let me race through this. Job evaluation time happened. Basically, it was a long-winded segment that ended up having Vicky being fired. Basically, Triple H, Vince, and Stephanie came out there. They sat at a table, just like in a job interview, if you like. Just evaluating her job. Vince was the only one of the three that was kind of backing Vicky, being heel Vince basically. And then the other two were like saying like you gotta go, and they decided on the WWE app, like votes actually matter. WWE will do what they want to do anyway. And yeah, the audience decided that Vicky gotta go. So Stephanie fired her, and Raw just got the MADDOX, baby. Ryan MADDOX is now the new Raw GM. Vince made him GM. I like Brian MADDOX. I'm glad they're giving him a spot by himself to try and shine a little bit. Clearly he's a bit too green to wrestle, so I'm guessing they're giving him this spot to try and elevate him a little bit, because it's true, he was getting lost. Sometimes you even forgot he was there. So I'm glad they've given him this spot while Vicky takes a break for whatever reason she's going away from the business for. Yeah, it was what it was. So then Christian and Kane had a match, and yeah, you have the debut, the long-awaited debut of the Wyatt family. It targeted Kane, which I understand why they did. Are you really going to send him at Are you really going to send him at Cena, or like they would usually do for these type of groups? Or there was no one else available to send him at. The only person that was left was someone like a Kane, which I know will disappoint a lot of people out there that they didn't send them after someone more important and more relevant. But they did take out a big guy. They took him out well. My early prediction is that this beatdown, or maybe future beatdowns, will return the true monster Kane. And maybe Kane may even join the Wyatt group. And you heard it here first. That's why I think they're going with it. So we'll see what happens with that one. But yeah, their vignettes was really, really good. Really enjoyed the vignettes. And it's an interesting, different family. And I know all of us have been looking forward to this debut. So let's see where they go with it. I'm not going to make too much judgment. I'm a bit disappointed about who they went after, but I can understand that there was no one else available at this time. So it makes sense. So yeah, then Vicky was carrying her box of stuff, walking out the building, bumped into Bareback. Bareback kind of hugged her and basically said, you know, you deserve better. And I agree. I always thought she did a good job, especially this time around. Before, I always thought I'd get rid of this bitch, but she actually did a good job. She didn't annoy me too much in this recent run of her, so yeah, I did feel sorry for her, to be honest. But she's a good actress, Vicky. Power to her. She's such a good character. She gets a lot of X-pop beat, but she uses it well. She plays off it really, really well. Um, so yeah, I like Vicky Guerrero. She's a good character. I like the character. Then in just what was a boner moment for me, which is had the Bella twins looking fly. You had Alicia Fox looking fly. AJ was there, and you also had Caitlyn and Layla looking, especially Layla. Layla was looking fine. You guys know already that I like Caitlyn a lot, so but didn't care too much for the match, but I was watching them closely. So yeah, I can't even remember what happened in the match. Caitlyn came out and speared AJ on the outside of the ring. Does anyone care? CM Punk had a backstage interview basically saying that he's the best in the world, you know, usual spiel. And then he had a match with Randy Orton. Randy Orton's doing a lot of jobs lately. He got his ass pinned today. So CM Punk. CM Punk won GTS. Then Daniel Bryan comes out, basically beats them both down, climbs to the top of the ladder, grabs the briefcase and poses for it. See, until that happened, I actually thought that Daniel Bryan was set to win this. Now I'm not so sure. So you wait and see for my Money in the Bank preview, which will be on later this week. Hope you guys like this video. Sorry it went on so long. I do try and keep it under 15 minutes to stop blabbing. But please do comment, subscribe, like this video. Bring on the trolls, bring on the haters. I'm all for it. But I hope you enjoyed this video nevertheless. Take care. Peace.